Hello everyone, welcome to the today's class Relations and Functions NTSC concept. Before going to today's concept, please watch previous video. The link is given below. Please watch previous video and understand the concepts. Let's see today's concepts. Today we are going to see the relations. What is the definition of relation? It is a subset of the Cartesian product. In the last class we have seen that Cartesian product. Now relation is the subset of Cartesian product or simply a bunch of points or ordered pairs. Okay, if you represent some ordered pairs in curly brackets, it shows you relation. Okay, example minus 2 comma 1 4 comma 3 7 comma minus 3 written in the curly bracket, so it is called relation. This representation is nothing but set notation represent. What is the mathematical definition of relation? Look at here, mathematical definition. Let A and B be any two non-empty sets. We have two sets A and B. A relation R from A to B is the subset of A cross B. That only we have said. A cross B, subset of A cross B is called relation. Satisfying some specified conditions. If X belongs to A, related to Y belongs to B. Related means mapping. Okay. X is mapping to Y through relation R. Then we can written like this. X or Y means a relation from X to Y. Okay, X or Y if and only if the ordered pair X comma Y should belongs to the relation. Okay, X comma Y ordered pair should belongs to the R. So how to represent a relation? So a relation representation. I took a small example. I am explaining you. The small example is nothing but minus 2 comma 1 minus 2 comma 3. You can see here 0 comma minus 3 1 comma 4 3 comma 1. It is a relation. Okay, how to represent? There are three ways. First one, relation in table. Second one, relation in graph. Relation in mapping diagram. Okay, those ordered pair. First one we know that abscissa, second one we know that ordinate. Okay, all the first coordinates are abscissas you write as first column, and all ordinates means second coordinates you write as second column. This is nothing but representation of relation in table. Next, representation of relation in graph. Okay, those points, those ordered pairs just you represent in Cartesian plane. You already know how to represent the points. Next one, mapping diagram. Okay, the first elements you can take in first set. Set is usually represented by circle. You are seeing diagram here. Okay, second elements will come in second set. Yellow and green circles I used here. Okay, look at the first elements. What we have? minus 2 0 1 3. So 2 times minus 2 coming, 1 time write enough. So minus 2 0 1 3. All first elements write in first set. Second elements what we have here? You can see here second elements what we have? 1 1 3 minus 3 4 1. 1 is coming 2 times, so 1 time you write means enough. So minus 3 1 3 4. So first order pair is minus 2 to 1. So minus 2 to 1 you have to put arrow mark like this. Second minus 2 to 3. So minus 2 to 3 again arrow mark you have to give. Next one 0 to minus 3. 0 to minus 3 arrow mark you give. 1 to 4 arrow mark you give. 3 to 1 arrow mark you give. If you represent like this, it is called representation of relation in mapping diagrams. What is domain, codomain, range? Very important. Domain, codomain and range. I took an example to explain these things. Okay, I took a relation from x to 2x plus 1. Okay, here we have two sets. First one is A, second one is B. Okay, in A we have 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 elements. Next in B we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, all 10 elements we have. Then domain, set A is the domain, set A is the domain. Okay, set A, what elements we have? 1 2 3. If you write like this is called domain. Next set B is the codomain. Okay, the relation from where to where going. Okay, from where it is moving, that is called domain, to where it is going, that is called codomain. Hope you understand. Under codomain 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 elements will come. Next range. Okay, and the set of elements that get pointed to in B. Okay, you are seeing arrow marks. I hope you are seeing arrow marks here. Okay, these arrow marks are pointed to which elements? Those elements, if you write in set notation, it is called range. Okay, you can see easily here 3 5 7 9. Okay, if you put here 1 in place of x, if you put 1 you will get 3. If you put 2, 5 will come. If you put 3 here, 7 will come. If you put 4 here, 9 will come. These 4 only coming, these 4 elements only mapped. So these 4, if you write in set rotation, it is called range. Okay, you can see here clearly. Domain is 1 2 3 4, codomain is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, range is 3 5 7 9. Why? Because rest of the elements did not match, so we should not write in the range. What elements mapped from A, those elements only you have to take in range. Hope you understand domain, codomain, range. Super important concept. Let's see some types of relations. Types of relations. Okay, there are many types of relations. In that, very important relations we have here. First one, empty relation, universal relation, identity relation. Next, inverse relation, reflexive, symmetric, transitive. These 7 are very important. So I am giving it within one word definition. I will give and I will make you understand. Empty relation. In word itself you are listening. Empty. Empty means nothing. The relation does not contain any other pair. That's it. Small definition. It is also called as void. If there is no any element, then we can call it as empty relation. We can represent like this one, 5. 5 means empty relation. For example, if there are 100 mangoes in fruit basket, 100 mangoes, there is no possibility of finding relation or of getting any apple in the basket. They are asking relation to get apple. Is it possible? Of course it is not possible. Why? Because there is no apple. So it is no possibility we have, so we can tell this is empty relation. There is no possibility, there is no order pair, there is no element, then we can tell it is empty relation. Next one, universal. In word itself you can understand. Universal means all. Okay, we have already discussed that relation is subset of Cartesian product, means A cross B. Okay, all elements which are in A cross B, if present in relation, then that relation is called universal relation. R is a relation in set. Let's say A is the set, is universal relation because in this full relation every element of A is related to every element of B. All the elements will present. So here R is equal to A cross A. Okay, A cross A. R is equal to Cartesian product. Relation is equal to Cartesian product. Then we can call it as universal relation. It is a full relation as well as every element of A is in set B. Hope you understand. Empty means nothing. Universal means all. Okay. Identity relation. If every element of set A is related to itself only, then it is called identity relation. Okay, I will make you understand. Look at here. How to represent? I is the symbol used for representing identity relation. I is equal to A comma A. Okay, A is mapping with A. A is mapping with A. then it is said to be identity relation. Example you can take. When you throw a dice, outcome we will get is 36. We will get total outcomes 36. In that 1 1 2 1 2 1 3 up to 6 6. Okay, total 36 outcomes we have. From this, if you consider the relation, 1 is mapping with 1. Okay, 2 is mapping with 2. 3 is mapping with 3. 4 is mapping with 5. 4. 4 is mapping with 4, sorry. 5 is mapping with 5. 6 is mapping with 6. These order pairs are said to be identity relation. See here, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4, 5 comma 5, 6 comma 6. Those elements are present, then that relation said to be identity relation. Next, see inverse. Inverse you can understand word itself telling. Inverse means reverse. Okay, if R is ordered pair A comma B, then R inverse is B comma A. Okay, A comma B belongs to in R. Then R inverse, if you write like this, R power minus 1, it shows you inverse relation. A comma B having means here B comma A should come. Take an example. If R is equal to 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, then R inverse will be 1 comma 2 reverse means 2 comma 1, 2 comma 3 reverse means 3 comma 2. 2 comma 3 if you reverse means 3 comma 2 will come. Just elements has to reverse, that's it. Here domain is the range. Here domain is the range. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, domain of the given relation is equal to range of the inverse relation. Hope you understand. Next, reflexive. A relation is reflexive if every element of set A maps to itself. It is quite similar to identity relation. Okay, A comma A belongs to R for every A belongs to A. Okay, suppose take a example. A is equal to, I am taking here a set 1 comma 2. Then R should contain, here two elements we have. So in R 1 comma 1 should come, 2 comma 2 should come. These two elements if are there, then must and should we can tell it is reflexive relation. Let's see symmetric. A symmetric relation is a relation on R on set A if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A must belongs to R, where A and B belongs to A. So same thing you can take here. A is equal to, you can take relation a set 1 comma 2, then R should contain, okay, A B I am taking here. So 1 comma 2, if it is 1 comma 2 there, must and should there should be 2 comma 1. 1 comma 2 is there means must and should 2 comma 1 is there. If it is like this, we can call it as symmetric relation. Hope you understand. A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. That is said to be symmetric relation. Next one, very important, transitive. A comma B belongs to R, comma B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C pakka belongs to R, where A, B, C, R belongs to the given set. This is the relation in set A is called transitive. This relation in set A is called transitive. So same thing you consider. I am taking now 3 elements, 1, 2, 3. Okay, in A. So the relation R we can call it as transitive when if there is 1 comma 2 comma and 2 comma 3. Look at here, A comma B, B comma C must should exit here. What should exit here? A comma C. So it should come 1 comma 3. Okay, this is A, this is B. Here B, here C. Okay, 1 1 equal means remaining 1 3 should be there. If it is there like that, we can call it as transitive. Otherwise it is not transitive. Hope you understand. These three are very important. First one reflexive, symmetric, transitive. First one reflexive, second one symmetric, third one transitive. If you hope to understand these three, then equivalence relation you can understand. If and only if a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, it is called an equivalence relation. A relation which satisfies the conditions of reflexive, symmetric and transitive, all three, then it is said to be equivalence relation. These are the different types of relations I explained you, very important, all you should understand. Then the relation topic is very easy. Let's see some problems. So first problem, a is equal to 1 2 3 7, b is equal to 3 0 minus 1 7. Which of the following are relation from a to b? What we have studied? Okay, relation is equal to a comma b. Relation are contain order pair a comma b such that what happened, a belongs to domain, b belongs to codomain. Yes or no? This we have given definition, and it is a subset of Cartesian product also. First you have to check the first element should come under domain, second element should come in codomain. Look at here, two first elements have check mark, 2 7, 2 comma 7 are in domain or not? Yes, belongs to a, correct only. First one I am doing. Second elements 1 is in b, not, it is not belongs to b. So the first r1 is not relation, not a relation. Hope you understand. First element should be in a, second element should be in b. Second one, here look at, first element minus 1 is in a, no, it is not in minus 1 here. In a minus 1 we don't have, so it is not relation. It is R2 not a relation. Third one, check first elements 2 7 1, 2 comma 7 comma 1. Yes, we have 2 7 1 we have in a. And look at second elements minus 1 comma 7 comma 3, minus 1 comma 7 comma 3. Yes, we have in b. So it is said to be relation. R3 is the relation. R3 is the relation. Now fourth one, R4. The first element check all of you, 7 0 3 0. So finally 7 3 0. 7 3 0 coming under first elements should be in a. You look at here, in a we don't have 0, so it not belongs to a. So R3 R4 also not a relation. Hope you understand now what and all I explained. The first element should be in a, second element should be in b, then only we can say the relation is valid, otherwise it is not a relation. Hope you understand first problem. Let's see second one. Let a is equal to 1 2 3 4 up to 45. R be the relation defined as square of on a. Write R as subset of a cross a and find domain and range. Okay, we are going to find here R. R what they are telling, square of. So first I am taking 1 square is what ma 1. So this 2 will come in as element in R. Next 2 if you take means 2 square is 4. Very good. Next one 3 take means 3 square is 9. Next 4 take means 16. Next one 5 25. Next 6 means 36. If you take 7 square is 49. 49 is not in a, so 7 will not come. So these elements only we will get. Okay. So what is domain? What is range they are asking. Okay, domain. What is domain? Domain, tell me. Domains are in first element. Domains nothing but first element. What are the first elements we have here? 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the first element. Look at 1 2 3 4 5 6. These said to be domain. Next, range. These elements map to which element? That are said to be range. So 1 4 9 16 25 36 are said to be range. Hope you understand this problem. Super important problem. Let's see one more problem. A relation R is given by set x comma y, where y is equal to x plus 3, x given, determine the domain and range. First we have to find r. So x given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am taking x is 1. Then y, what is the y? Y will be plus 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. Next you take, sorry, first you have to take 0. X is 0, you can take first. 0 take means 0 plus 3 is 3. Next one you take 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Next you take 2. 2 plus 3 is, see the function y is equal to x plus 3. So just add 3. So 5 will come. If you take 3, 6 will come. If you take 4, it will come 7. If you take 5, it will come 8. This is your relation R. Okay. Relation from x to x plus 3. Yes or no? X to y, actually y means x plus 3. So this is your relation. They are asking domain. Easily you can tell domain. Domain means will give you first elements. What are the first elements? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What is range? What is range? Range means the mapping, which these elements map to which elements? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is your range and domain. Hope you understand this. That's all. 3 problems and very important problems I explained here. That's all today's class. I hope you understand each and every point here. If you not understand, again rewatch, and if you have any doubt, please comment in comment box. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.